Taylor Swift at an NFL game isn't just a celebrity cameo, it's a cultural earthquake. Suddenly, football Sundays are trending on social media, merchandise is flying off the shelves, and new fans are tuning in just to see her reactions. But here's the question everyone's asking. Is Taylor Swift lifting the NFL? Or is the NFL boosting Taylor Swift even more? In the past few years, a remarkable and unexpected cultural moment has unfolded at the intersection of pop music and American football. The global pop superstar Taylor Swift has become a regular presence at NFL games, particularly those of the Kansas City Chiefs, thanks to her highly publicized relationship with tight end Travis Kelce. What started as a celebrity attending football games has blossomed into what many analysts now call the Taylor Swift effect. This refers to the measurable impacts her visibility has had on the NFL's public image, revenue metrics, audience demographics, merchandise sales, and even media coverage. For decades, the NFL has dominated American sports with massive viewership and cultural status, but Taylor's appearance has created a new overlay of pop culture relevance that goes beyond touchdowns. Her presence has turned some ordinary NFL matchups into mainstream cultural events, trending not just on sports channels but across entertainment media, social platforms, and pop culture conversations. The pressing question is, who's really benefiting most from this relationship, Taylor Swift or the NFL? The answer is layered, involving economics, branding, fan base expansion, and cultural strategy. Taylor Swift is already one of the most successful artists in contemporary history, with a global audience that spans generations. Her stature before entering the NFL spotlight was monumental. She has sold out stadiums worldwide, broken streaming and sales records, and built a fiercely loyal fan base known as Swifties. Yet her public appearances at Kansas City Chiefs games, beginning with her first attendance in September 2023, transformed how people outside the typical football audience engaged with the sport. Importantly, Swift did not grow up as a football fan or intend to become a figure in sports worlds. She has said she knew nothing about football before dating Travis Kelce, but her presence at games hasn't just been a passive celebrity cameo, it has driven measurable engagement, both in media attention and in audience behavior. Suddenly, games where Taylor showed up weren't just about the Chiefs and their opponent, they became tentpole events in pop culture. Television broadcasters began spotlighting her reactions. Social media posts about her appearances attracted millions of likes and comments, often rivaling the attention given to the game itself. The narrative shifted from pure sport to broader entertainment spectacle. Perhaps the most widely cited measure of the Taylor Swift effect is the nearly $1 billion in brand value, attributed to her presence at NFL games since 2023. According to estimates from Apex Marketing, a firm specializing in sponsorship and brand analytics, Swift's visibility across traditional and digital media has generated around $992 million in equivalent brand exposure value for the league between her first appearance and early 2025. This figure represents the cost the NFL would have had to pay in advertising to achieve similar levels of coverage and mentions across TV, print, radio, and online platforms. These figures don't just reflect media mentions. They translate into actual economic value in terms of brand visibility and promotional exposure that the NFL gets essentially for free. In advertising terms, that's like running a multi-year, multi-million-dollar global campaign without paying for ad space or production. Beyond dollars, Swift's presence coincides with a shift in viewership demographics. Historically, the NFL's audience has skewed male, but Swift's involvement has helped attract women and younger viewers in ways the league hadn't seen before. A notable example came during early viewership figures. Women made up nearly half, 47.7%, of the NFL's audience in recent seasons, partly attributed to Swift's influence drawing more female fans into watching games. This is significant as it challenges long-held assumptions about who the typical football audience is and opens new marketing and sponsorship opportunities for the league. Moreover, teenage girls and young adult women showed spikes in viewership during games where Swift was present, with certain matchups reporting increases of over 50% among female teens and strong upticks among the 18 to 24 female demographic. These shifts matter to advertisers, sponsors, and broadcasters alike because they broaden the NFL's appeal beyond its traditional fan base. Evidence also suggests Swift's visibility influenced merchandise sales, especially Travis Kelce's jersey. After her first Chiefs game attendance, Kelce's number 87 jerseys experienced spikes in sales, sometimes reported as nearly 400% increases in certain periods. This kind of merchandise surge is not only good news for the Chiefs, but also for league partners like Fanatics and NFL Shop, showcasing how celebrity presence can drive consumer purchasing behavior. These kinds of sales surges are rare and show how cultural crossover events can translate directly into revenue, moving beyond mere buzz to tangible purchases. In addition to demographic and sales impacts, Swift's presence correlated with increased TV ratings for key games. Several NFL broadcasts where she was spotted achieved unusually high viewership numbers, including some of the most watched games of the season. Networks, recognizing the draw, sometimes adjusted coverage to include more shots or mentions of her, boosting engagement on social media as well. This visibility amplifies the league's presence not just among sports fans, but also in entertainment news cycles and cultural discourse, turning NFL Sunday into a multi-platform event. Taylor Swift's career reached astronomical heights long before her association with the NFL, but her attendance at games introduced her into a different ecosystem of media and cultural conversation. While she doesn't need the NFL for relevance, her appearances have expanded her visibility into sports news, sports talk shows, and even mainstream entertainment programs that might not otherwise cover her. This crossover presence reinforces her status as a cultural force beyond music. It's not just pop star dating athlete, it's pop culture entering sport culture, further cementing her brand across disparate audience segments. Every time Swift is at a game, social media lights up. Clips of her cheering, reacting, or simply being present go viral, attracting millions of views and interactions. Data from social platforms show that NFL content involving Swift routinely outperforms typical league content on engagement metrics like impressions and interaction. This synergy is powerful because it extends her reach without additional production effort on her part. These interactions ripple across platforms and audiences, feeding both her own brand presence and that of the sport. In essence, she amplifies the NFL while the NFL amplifies her, creating a feedback loop of attention and visibility. Swift's integration into NFL narratives also deepens fan engagement. For many of her followers, seeing her at games, even those not involving the Chiefs, prompts conversation, memes, commentary, and social activity that elevate NFL engagement overall. Analysts have noted spikes in online conversations about the NFL correlated with Swift's appearances, which drives additional organic publicity. The interplay between Taylor Swift and the NFL is complex and multifaceted, challenging simplistic narratives. On the surface, both parties benefit. The NFL gains new audiences and financial exposure, while Taylor broadens her cultural footprint. Yet when comparing measurable impacts, the benefits appear more quantifiable for the NFL. Swift has generated nearly $1 billion in publicity value for the league in less than 2 years, a rare and substantial gain for any league without direct financial compensation. The NFL's demographic reach, especially among women and younger viewers, has grown significantly, opening new markets and potential revenue streams that extend beyond traditional football viewers. Swift's presence has correlated with spikes in merchandise sales and ratings for specific games, directly benefiting league partners and broadcasters. By contrast, Taylor's global success predated her NFL appearances. Her career as an artist, touring performer, and cultural icon was already in place, and her fan base remains rooted primarily in music. While the NFL exposure adds a new audience layer, it does not replace her core fan base or main revenue streams. In that sense, it's more accurate to say the NFL is leveraging Taylor Swift's cultural influence, whereas Swift is expanding into a new sphere of visibility. That's not to diminish her gains. She clearly benefits from increased attention in a new context, but the tangible strategic and economic gains appear stronger for the NFL. So when asked who's really using who, the data suggests that while both benefit, the NFL gains more directly in quantifiable ways from the Taylor Swift effect. But as cultural dynamics continue to evolve, this powerful synergy may continue reshaping how entertainment and sports collide, making both the NFL and Taylor Swift even bigger parts of modern popular culture. Love culture, sports, and celebrity power plays? Hit subscribe and never miss the story behind the headlines.